Next up, we got the new worst trade in NFL history. Now, Russell Wilson just lost his contract. They released him. And it's tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So, shout out to Microphone. Subscribe to Microphone. You want more videos like this? Hit that like button, that subscribe button. Let's just hop into it.
Russell Wilson that he will be released after the start of the new league year. Wilson, $39 million guaranteed for the 24 season. He's got 3 years remaining.
Wait, who you say? Zach Wilson?
I don't even know how to open this video.
Y'all seen the playoffs. We finna hop on after this.
NFL history. I mean, this is right up there with trading up multiple first-round picks for RG3. But in RG3's case, he got injured. He may have been good if he didn't.
RG3 was sweet. I ain't gonna lie.
With trading multiple first-round picks for Deshaun Watson. This is one of the worst decisions in NFL history. And
he said the worst.
It's about to get way worse for the Denver Broncos at least, and really, really good for teams that are in the market for a QB. So before we get to the content, make sure you drop, like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. Now that we got all that out of the way, work!
Yes, sir. Subscribe to Microphone.
The problem I have with this entire Russell Wilson Denver Broncos situation is the fact that Sean Payton quite literally made it seem like he had to point the blame finger for the Broncos' failures at somebody.
It looks like Russ is taking the brunt of the blame.
Well, I get that, and yet I can't replace the entire offensive line. I can't bring in 5 new receivers, and if it continues over a period of time, then there'll be another guy here talking to you as well.
Which means that Sean Payton was trying to make this decision seem like it was based on Russell Wilson's play, which on paper improved. Now, guys, I understand what Denver Bronco fans are going to say.
Mike, you can't go based off of Russell Wilson's statistics. They don't tell the whole story.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't have a choice but to stick to Russell Wilson when you quite literally signed into a 5-year contract extension that starts from this very year. And the thing is, the Denver Broncos aren't being honest with their fan base in regards to the real reason they want to cut Russell Wilson, which is apparently due to his injury clause.
And so we beat Green Bay, Kansas City, we beat them, and as you mentioned earlier, that's when I got that call, and I was like, I'm confused what's going on. And I didn't believe it at first. I was like, this can't be real. And I got that call that, hey, we're going to bench you for the next 9 games. If you don't change your injury guarantees.
And the reason why I think this is such an inept decision by any organization is the moment you cut Russell Wilson, you incur $85 million in dead cap hits, which means there is no chance for any rookie quarterback to succeed with the dead cap hit that Russell Wilson incurs. I mean, at least hold on to him for 1 more year. At least his dead cap would be almost half of what it's going to be now. But let me backtrack for a little bit. The Denver Broncos have been flip-flopping about Russell Wilson's future over the past couple of months after they decided to bench him at the end of the season. And the craziest part is what the Denver Broncos gave up to get Russell Wilson to begin with. I mean, the Seattle Seahawks got Drew Lock, Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, Charles Cross, Boye Mafe, Tyreek Smith, Devin Witherspoon, and Derek Hall for Russell Wilson, who went to the Denver Broncos and then signed into a 5-year, $262.5 million contract.
How does he even have this high-ass contract in the first place? Like, honestly, Russell Wilson, I say old Russell Wilson, he was sweet. But now, he ain't, bro.
Left on his contract, which is a brilliant decision if you're confident that Russell Wilson is going to be the guy moving forward. Because when you take a look at Russell Wilson's contract compared to the highest paid QBs in the NFL, you got Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, and Joe Burrow all making more money than Russell Wilson's contract that's about to kick in this year. And then on top of that, you have Dak Prescott and Tua Tagovailoa that are all up for contract extensions this year. Then you also have Kirk Cousins, who is supposed to get a big contract as well. When it's all said and done, Russell Wilson is going to be playing on a below market contract for a QB for the duration of his time in Denver. All Denver needs to do is truly believe that he could return to form if you put the right pieces around him. And it seems like they did that when they decided to trade additional draft capital for Sean Payton. But it seems like Sean Payton didn't really believe in Russell Wilson either. And I believe that's the reason they're moving on from him. And it's official. We were speculating that the Denver Broncos were going to release Russell Wilson, and today they officially released Russell Wilson. According to Ian Rappaport, the Denver Broncos have informed Russell Wilson that he is being released. He becomes a fascinating option as a starting QB. I made a video on how Russell Wilson could quite literally win a Super Bowl because of this situation. Not because of how good he is, but because he is getting paid so well by the Denver Broncos that he can take a veteran minimum contract at the quarterback position, and that team can invest that salary cap space in other star players to build a super team. There's never been a point in NFL history where an above average quarterback, which I believe Russell Wilson at minimum is above average, was getting paid $1.3 million. And that's the situation here. The Broncos will incur a dead cap hit of $85 million by releasing Wilson in 2024, which is double the previous record for a dead cap hit, the $4.525 million the Colts sustained for cutting Matt Ryan in 2023. In retrospect, Denver made the wrong move in signing Wilson to a lucrative extension before he played it down with the team. That's especially true considering that he had 2 years left on his original contract after his acquisition from Seattle. Even so, the Broncos appear happy to take on the burden of parting with Wilson. It may hamstring them financially short term, but the move will give Payton and company a chance for a fresh start at the most important position on the field. So now that the Denver Broncos released Russell Wilson, they still owe him $39 million for the 2024 season because of his $17 million base salary and $22 million signing bonus. And here's the beauty of it. It'll be very difficult for Russell Wilson to make more than $39 million this season, even if he signs a deal with another club. His deal with the Broncos...
He said another club, like this football.
Meaning that if Wilson signs with another team, Denver would subtract Wilson's earnings from his new team, what it owes him. So, for example, if Wilson were to sign a fully guaranteed deal worth $10 million in 2024, the Broncos would just owe him $29 million for this upcoming season. The only way for Wilson to make more than $39 million in 2024 is if a team signed him to a deal worth more than that sum, which is not going to happen. So it looks like Russell Wilson is going to enter the free agent market in a situation that is completely unprecedented. And the Denver Broncos gave a statement on this, and they look terrible for doing this, honestly. We spoke with Russell Wilson today to inform him of his release after the start of the league year. On behalf of the Broncos, we thank Russell for his contributions and dedication to our team and community while wishing him the best as he continues his career.
That's tough.
As we move forward, we are focused on building the best team possible for the 2024 season and beyond. We are excited to improve this offseason, and we'll have the flexibility to get better through the draft and free agency. That last part.
I don't think Russell's the same no more.
The Denver Broncos handicap themselves for doing this. You're pretty much paying a QB top 10 QB money without him even being on your roster. So essentially, the Broncos' plan for this season is to tank. If you take a quarterback in the first round of the NFL draft, he's going to be in a very bad situation. Their best option here is probably sign a bridge QB that's trying to prove himself in free agency, maybe go after Jacoby Brissett, maybe trade for Mac Jones, let him play out the season. Because you don't want to reset the clock at QB.
Mac Jones like the worst quarterback in the league.
You don't have salary cap space to pay other positions. That's a huge waste of a rookie scale contract. Now, Russell Wilson handled this in the most Russell Wilson way ever, giving this beautiful, long, emotional memo that was probably drafted by his team. Broncos country, thank you. Over these last 2 years, you have welcomed my family and me.
Oh my God, but this is a goddamn love story and shit.
This city will always hold a special place in my heart. Our family grew here. We made countless memories and friendships, and formed relationships that will last a lifetime. To my team.
Now I think about it, have we seen anybody do this? I don't think I've seen not one person make. They usually be mad at the team. Even if like say like Tom, like what happened when Tom Brady left? Well, did he make a message like this? Because Tom Brady, the only person, if he did something like this, I'd be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? They did have a damn near dynasty. They was going crazy. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But, nigga, come on. Come on, bro. Any like, normal player that get drafted, like Russell Wilson, he a normal. He like a above average normal player. You know what I'm saying? You need to do all this extra shit, bro.
Thank you for going to battle together and for being there through it all. There are so many moments I cherish because of you, and I am blessed for the impact you have made on my life. I am beyond grateful for all of you, and to have been able to run out as your teammate was an honor. Court, I'll never forget your one-handed catch in LA and your toe tap in Buffalo.
What the
Bulls,
fuck?
you always wrapping your arm around me, win or lose.
Think it's a
Brandon
love letter?
Johnson, your relentless work ethic. Jew, you snagging me and high pointing that ball versus KC. Javante and Tim, y'all always being
Bro, I've
positive
never
in
seen
the
shit like
midst
this in
of
my
injury,
life.
but fighting daily to be back. Jaleel, you running to the end zone every practice. I still think Burton's got you though. Alex, from picking you up years ago to seeing you shine, to the O-line dinners at Los Dos, to everyone helping like Lamar, making sure I had all of the film and cut-ups, to Harry and Cole, the best pregame warm-ups. I'll never forget Wendy and Brandy in the cafeteria, daily bringing the good food, but the even better jams. Thank you for being uplifting.
And I ain't gonna lie, that's the one thing I do fuck with Russell Wilson, as a person. You know what I'm saying? Now, I might not like him as a player, as like an actual player on the field, but you know, when we talk about real life, you know what I'm saying? His real life or how he acts and stuff like that, that's what I like about him. You know what I'm saying? But maybe not as a player, but I definitely do like how he acts as a player. No cap. And I ain't gonna lie, it's like a lot of people be kind of like downing Russell Wilson too, bro. What the bro? Him.
Daily
Ew, internet,
Ray,
bro.
aka
Shit.
Pastor Ray Jackson. Thank you for your countless prayers daily, to give God the praise daily, and us getting on the floor, for thank Jesus for breath in the good times and the bad times. He always gets the glory. Tough times don't last,
That's what I'm saying.
but tough people do. God's got me. I'm excited for what's next. 3. I am so excited
If
for
this
Russell
was Tom
Wilson
Brady, I'd be like, okay.
because he's in an
No, not you, Russell.
unprecedented situation. He's getting paid the same amount of money no matter where he goes. He gets to sit back and choose his next team. If I'm Russell Wilson, I'm taking a good hard look at the teams with the most cap space that are in need of a quarterback. My favorites for Russell Wilson are the Atlanta Falcons. They went 7-10 last season,
Falcons.
but they definitely have good pieces at the wide receiver position, the running back position, and in Kyle Pitts if they decide to finally
Oh,
use
yeah,
him.
Kyle
They have
Pitts.
a brand new head coach.
You know about
The
Kyle
Pittsburgh
Pitts.
Steelers, who have a solid wide receiver core. Mike Tomlin is consistently coaching his team into getting into the playoffs at the very minimum, even though they don't necessarily have the talent to get to the playoffs usually. Then there's, of course, the Minnesota Vikings. If they lose Kirk Cousins, I really like the idea of Russell Wilson going there, teaming
Russell
up with
Wilson's
Justin
on the-
Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson, and Jordan Addison. And probably my biggest favorite of all, in terms of the best situation Russell Wilson can go in, is the Las Vegas Raiders. They have a tremendous...
I could actually see him on the Raiders.
Max Crosby on the defensive side of the ball, Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers on the offensive side of the ball. Maybe Michael Mayer takes the next step, and on top of that, they have a plethora of cap space to sign additional free agents. At the end of the day, I don't know what the Denver Broncos plan here is. They have the 12th pick in the NFL draft. I wonder if their plan is to trade up to number 3 and maybe take Jaden Daniels, but I think that's a mistake. I think you need to focus on your offensive line and making sure you have solid pieces in place while you wait out Russell Wilson's dead cap hit. It's going to take some time before the Denver Broncos are back. I believe in Sean Payton as the head coach. I don't really know if I believe in your general manager for making this move. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all this. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike. And I'm
Hey.